Druid still has a chance. That's just the nature of the matchup.
I mean, if they ramp out, you really can't stop them. You have to have the weapon to deal with an early, an early shredder or bash. But then you still have to remove what comes out of it. And they keep curving, then you're always one step behind until a brawl hits.
All golden cards. I'd imagine Virginia's going to throw away all 3.
I feel like there's no reason to keep any of those.
Yeah. And Laval throws away their whole hand as well.
And the weapon is found, and a slam. I think this is actually a pretty decent hand for Laval. They kept the Wrath. My guess is maybe they are expecting an Acolyte of Pain from a Patron deck, perhaps, or Frothing Berserker. If you can't handle it against Patron, you're going to be in a really bad spot.
No ramp picked up for Virginia.
Wrath Face.
Their first play is going to be on turn 4 unless they pick up something to play on 3. And Laval has to be happy about not seeing anything come out on turn 2.
Yeah, they get a free turn to armor up and not have to deal with anything without a War Axe as well. You're very, they can play a Coin Deathbite and kill anything that's not, a Shade of Nax.
Yikes.
It's pretty difficult here for Virginia. They're basically letting the warrior do what he wants. And I think Laval University, based on this start, is looking great.
Yeah. Picks up Fire War Axe as well. Not really that useful at the moment because they have Deathbite, which is most likely going to be played over Fire War Axe, but
it's something.
With Shredder as the go-to choice, Fire War Axe could be played in hopes that a 1-drop creature will come out to be cleaned up by the Cruel Taskmaster.
Yeah, the AoE from the Deathbite though, how much value does it have? I mean, you can use the Deathbite's AoE with a Cruel Task to kill a Druid of the Claw with 6 health. So the value of that AoE is worth, it's quite a lot.
It's just, what do you expect to come out on turn 5 is the question here, whether or not when you decide which weapon to use.
You could also slam Cruel Task if you really wanted to play something, but
yeah,
it's not necessary. Now, Whirling Zap-O-Matic would be amazing, but doesn't always happen. It's getting hot in here. Not a very good card.
So put on all your...
Oh my god.
Silk clothes.
Where shall I strike?
Put off all your clothes. So Slam Cruel Taskmaster will be a complete board clear. And they then get to coin out Dr. Boom on the following turn.
Yeah.
Do you think Acolyte of Pain is going to be played here with the Cruel Taskmaster instead of the Slam?
So if you play Acolyte of Pain and you attack in, you'd have to Cruel Taskmaster into the Druid of the Claw.
And you keep 2 minions to contest that 2/3.
Yeah, I like the full board clear, might as well just clean it up.
It's Druid. If you don't full clear, anything can happen.
Anything.
Literally anything. Recombobulator. Anything.
Savage Roar. More common.
Is it?
Crazed Alchemist.
More common than Savage Roar, even. I think Savage Roar is kind of a fringe card. I haven't seen much Savage Roar in Druid these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they renamed it, it would sound a little happier. People would play it. It was like Friendly Roar or Smiley Roar.
Or Savage Smile.
Savage Smile, I'd do that. That's fine. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If I were a dev and I want people to be happy.
Savage Hugs.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's going with the old Force of Nature Savage Hugs combo.
And the Leper Gnomes are attacking. Give me a big hug, they say. And they do. And down goes Van Rookie. Alright, so Sludge Belcher. And now the Sludge Belcher here is just going to roadblock the Cruel Taskmaster, who had high hopes and want to become the very best. But it's going to have to face off against a really big abomination.
Coin Dr. Boom.
I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something better.
It's a plethora of options.
Because, I mean, Swipe really makes your Dr. Boom irrelevant here. Because they swipe Hero Power and they can kill Dr. Boom and the Cruel Task, and the Belcher keeps the slime up. So I feel like overall, maybe you're better off holding on to the Coin Dr. Boom. Maybe you can go for
Shield Block, Shield Slam, but they're not really developing
you can play just
anything.
Sylvanas, I feel. And then you boom on curve. I don't know. Never mind. All right, it's gonna glow green very soon. I suspect we'll see the Dr. Balance. Oh, he's got to move. He's gonna play Sylvanas. All right. Or is he?
Sylvanas makes it tough with Sludge Belcher because
Yeah.
if the Sludge Belcher's played first, you're pretty much guaranteed to steal something.
Right.
Even if it's only a 1-2 slime, you know, that's still something.
Against Druid, it's annoying because they can't hero power it down easily.
Yeah.
They have to really put a lot of effort into it.
And it's still forcing your opponent to use cards most likely inefficiently.
Right.
To deal with Sylvanas. You know, having to throw out a keeper, having to play off curve, things of that sort.
But now, there's a Keeper of the Grove to silence off the Sylvanas. Could follow it up with a Wrath and trade the... it feels a little bad though. Could you just silence off Sylvanas and go for Innervator True Drake? No. They'll be in a world of hurt as soon as Brawl hits, if you do that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just ignore those Sylvanas for now, draw some cards, sure.
I mean, yeah, you can play... You find an Emperor Thorson here, you're going to be in a golden spot afterwards. Yeah, Brawl doesn't bother you too much. The value is not that high. Now Dr. Boom looks good. Or you can kill the 5/5 with Shield Block, Shield Slam. Coin out that Death's Bite.
Sylvanas.
I don't know, you lose a lot of value. You could actually just... You can guarantee a steal on the 5/5 if you want.
Yeah.
Not that there's much of a reason to.
Yeah. It's a lot of resources that you have to expend.
Yeah, and you might as well kill their 5/5 instead of, you know, trading your Sylvanas for normal 5/5.
Yeah.
You stance it yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe...
No.
No.
Fiery War Axe. I feel like Shield Block, Shield Slam is just the best play overall. You know, you keep Sylvanas. If they swipe on 8, then they're probably not going to do very much.
Yeah.
Your War Axe can kill a Shredder if it fills out their curve afterwards.
Yeah. I like that play. But, you know, Virginia has a decent card advantage right now. And so, when they are able to deal with the Sylvanas without having it steal anything, and they can innovate out a threat if they so choose.
Yeah, Keeper of the Grove with Swipe. Fairly mediocre, but I mean, it survives the War Axe, which is a big deal. That's what you're looking for at this point. Just something that stays on the board so you can get some more damage in before the inevitable Force of Nature Savage Roar later in the game.
And how many keeper targets are there? We've talked about this before in the past in Warrior. Sometimes it's better to have that body in the board. But Innervate Azure Drake looks like it's going to be the play. You're replacing Innervate basically with a random card in your deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be fine just because it lives through the War Axe.
Yeah.
Alright, Cruel Taskmaster will handle this, though, pretty nicely. And you can even play Coin Dr. Boom right afterwards, but they're not going to go for that. Apparently, they don't like it.
Huh, that was a really quick armor up.
I thought it was a good play, but apparently I'm wrong.
Yeah, I like that play. You hit in with the Fire War Axe.
Yeah.
You Cruel Taskmaster, you coin out Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
It's a pretty strong board that you're developing there. Maybe they were gonna, no, I don't know.
Maybe they're gonna go for Acolyte of Pain, Cruel Taskmaster in this case, or Cruel Taskmaster Execute perhaps, and with the Acolyte. I don't know, it's a bit odd.
Yeah.
They do get, I mean, yeah.
They say, let's armor up first and then think about our turn.
Yeah, it's a Druid, you have to get health, right?
Yeah.
So, they're effectively banking on the Boom Bots to deal with this Drake later on, which I think they're kind of right. It should be able to work. If not, you know, kill the Drake, then at least weaken it enough that your Axe can take care of it, or the Cruel Task even. So, it's also forcing the Druid player to have another swipe.
And they don't have it. And without the swipe, this Dr. Boom becomes super problematic to deal with because 7 damage is such an awkward amount. They can Wrath for 4, trade in the Azure Drake, and then just, you know, plop down an Ancient of Lore.
Yeah, I feel like, could you ever ignore this Dr. Boom and just go face? Is there ever an argument for this?
There's always an argument for going face.
I mean, double Wrath will kill Boom.
Double Wrath Shredder.
Yeah, looks like a very solid play. It's hard to not...
It feels like so many resources used for that Dr. Boom though, because these Boombots haven't even done anything yet.
Well, they might not be able to do anything at all. Bash is very powerful here.
Yeah.
Did you hear of Unstable Ghoul? Don't show nothing. Don't show much.
So what's the rest of their turn look like here?
Kill the Drake, attack with the Boombot. Or not.
That's not what they wanted. That's what they wanted.
That's kind of what they wanted.
Mad Scientist looked. He searched.
He's like, is there a secret here? No, I guess not. And the secret replied, none of your business. They're going to draw a card with a Cruel Taskmaster. You know, I kind of like this. Keeper of the Grove will not completely nullify the card draw here. That's pretty sweet. The Brawl will come in handy if everything's get a little out of hand. And right now, without an Innervate, though, for Virginia, if they go for Keeper of the Grove, they can't play the Ancient of Lore immediately. They could double Keeper.
Or they could Druid of the Claw.
Yeah, but if you Druid of the Claw, you know, you kill the Acolyte. Execute will punish you. And that one of the minions can, you know, run into the Druid of the Claw.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I wonder.
Me too.
What do you think the alternate Druid hero will be?
Beanie guy.
Please no. I mean, please yes.
I was gonna say,
you know what? Maybe I'm doing it right.
I don't know enough about lore.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even know of another Druid. That's how bad I am.
Yeah.
Probably some kind of Tauren. Hamul Rune Totem.
I was a Druid.
Yeah.
What if the alternate Druid hero portrait is just me?
Yeah.
Just my face.
I could see that.
And it would be Savage Hugs.
Oh, you're so cute.
Maybe.
No. He's like,
He disagrees.
No, he doesn't want your face on the Druid portrait. Alright, so the Death's Bite, kind of useful card. I mean, I kind of like this this slow play. It's going to be really hard for Virginia to go through and deal enough damage for Savage Roar to be a finisher, but that's why I like their Druid of the Claw at the face play last turn. There was a chance that maybe the Warrior would have to use weapons to deal with it. If there were no Execute here, there's a good chance that the Druid of the Claw would have had a lot of potential value.
Yeah.
I liked it. Pretty good.
But Virginia's going to be able to refill their hand. There's a lot of removal has already been expended by Laval. If they can draw into a couple big threats here,
Oh,
that's one of them.
That's another one.
That's another one.
On curve. Oh, that's a bit tricky though. Now you could play Acolyte, go face, execute that 5/5. Is it good enough though? I feel like it probably is okay, but
it would save you damage because otherwise, if you attack into that Ancient of Lore, you're going down to 12. If you armor up, you go up to 14.
Critical range.
Are you dead there just from Force Nature Savage Roar with a Shade on the board? The Shade could attack. Okay, so one of the Treants could attack in.
No, you wouldn't be dead immediately.
That's really close though.
Lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be very close to dead.
No, it'd be one off. Because the Sludge Belcher would be at 4 health.
That's right. So
you
that's
could attack a Treant in, so it'd be 13 damage total.
One off lethal.
So an Innervate would kill you. Second Innervate, you would be dead. No, because you'd have to do the hero power into. No, that wouldn't do anything. So you wouldn't be dead regardless.
You'd be dead to
nothing.
Like a double combo play, but that's not happening.
No.
Emperor Thorson with double Wild Growth to draw more cards. Something very tempting. As long as you're keeping the Shade alive, I feel like you're doing it right.
Yeah. You can draw more cards to reduce by for Emperor Thorson. Probably going to be more combo pieces in there because we've been through more than half the deck so far, and I've only seen one Savage Roar.
Yeah, Force of Nature hasn't even shown up yet. The Keeper of the Grove and the Swipe can deal with this board a little bit, but still 2 Belchers, that's a lot of taunt minions to go through. That's always kind of one of the annoyances you run into as Druid, is when the Belchers come down late game and you're trying to get off some kind of Force of Nature, and all of a sudden you have to completely stop what you're doing and deal with that minion for 3 turns sometimes.
Yeah.
And then damage just keeps pouring out. But
whoa, does that change things?
not for him, apparently.
I suppose it doesn't.
I guess he's just gonna go for the Emperor Thorson, draw all the cards, reduce their cost. I can agree with that. You want to find Force of Nature.
Okay.
Not here yet.
All right, that's quite scary.
Just a card through hard though. Now that's a bit difficult of a situation because you can't brawl. The odds are not exactly amazing that you're going to get out of it. necessarily in a good spot. You will get slimes, but that's not what you're looking for.
You can double dip with Justicar. Armor up, Justicar, armor up. Gain
Right.
6 this turn.
Exactly.
And you're hiding your Justicar, which is 6 damage behind 2 taunts. So next turn you can play Alex Strauss up
And almost
maybe
win.
cash in on some of that damage right away.
Yeah, that's right.
But the thing is, how do you deal with Emperor Thorson this turn? You have to throw both in.
Maybe you get a shield slam off the Acolyte. There are... Is there 2
No,
left?
they have no shield slams left.
Okay, they've used both of them.
Yeah, there's both executes are gone too, I believe.
Yeah, the executes are gone for sure.
There's not much removal left.
But Justicar looks like as good a play as any, because you're never going to find a better opportunity to play it.
Yeah.
That's the only time you're protected.
Yeah.
And they recognize that. They're going to go for the 23 health play. And now the question is, I mean, you have to trade the Belchers away, since anyway, the damage they do now is irrelevant with Alex Straza coming around. And you can't let that Emperor Thorson do anything. And out should come the swipe with Keeper of the Grove. That is a near full board clear. They can even develop the Dr. Boom if they want to just swipe Dr. Boom. Damage the shade a bit.
With the slimes though, it makes it super
Double
weird.
shade. Double shade Darnassus swipe. Kind of clunky though.
Also have to factor in Brawl.
Yeah, that's kind of what Laval is hoping for, is that, you know, sacrificing the Shredder is not a big deal, because that gives the incentive to the opponent to flood the board.
Yeah.
And then your Brawl becomes effective. And as a result of that, no matter what, you know, even if Dr. Boom is played and, you know, it stays alive, you have the big game Hunter as well in your hand. Of course, you're going to run out of cards very soon, but the Druid should be on his last legs as well.
Yeah. Druids, though, we talked about it in the last Control Warrior versus Druid matchup that we saw. Druids don't run out of steam that quickly. It's really easy for them to find those big creatures.
There was a Shield Slam left. I was not insane, TJ.
Okay. Both executes are gone.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay.
100%. I have followed that much. But now the Brawl looks pretty sweet.
Brawl is going to be super punishing here. And a Fiery War Axe to clean it up.
No matter what stays, unless it's a Stelted Shade, there's always that chance.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a huge problem for Laval University, although they can still armor up for quite a lot of damage. And it is not the Shade.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah. And now this Dr. Boom's going to have to do a lot of work.
I know he doesn't like that. The Boom Boss do the job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad they're one turn off from being able to use... You know what? They might not even... No, they have to. This is only BGH target in the deck.
The only one left for sure, yeah. Unless you use, you know, Cruel Taskmaster on Ancient of Lore or Ancient of War,
Yeah.
you're pretty much never getting an opportunity to use it.
Yeah.
Plus, you also just get a really clean turn.
Attack, Armor Smith, BGH, armor up. Even when Lothep's played next turn, they'll have enough armor
That they can Shield Slam.
that they can Shield Slam. Because Shield Slam will cost 6. They can even armor up and Shield Slam. And that's really late in the game to draw Darnassus Aspirant. There's still 2 Force of Natures and 2 a Savage Roar still left in the deck, so...
Could they go for Lothep Aspirant Savage Roar? Would you consider that? Because you can clean up the big game Hunter. You can probably kill... Oh, never mind. If the Boombot's good, and I mean very good, good enough.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Pretty good. And now Shield Slam still takes care of the Lothep. Oh wow. I feel like I've seen this before. Earlier today, the scenario that we ran into was pretty much this exact one.
Yeah. That's what this matchup has sort of become. Very grindy.
Right. Yeah.
That's if the Warrior has removal early in the game.
Maybe.
Yeah, the inclusion of Slam and Bash. You know, if you play these two plus the 4 weapons,
Yeah.
I think it's actually not that uncommon of an outcome. But now,
Yeah.
the thing to keep in mind is that even if Laval wins this, I mean, they're down to Mage, and that means Virginia can tech, you know, Kazan Mystics, all sorts of really obvious cards against their next deck. Wow.
This is a bold move.
That is very bold considering the possibility of a top deck, Force of Nature Savage Roar. They calculated it, they know they're not dead to it, so my get... Well, they're not dead, right? So 7,
14,
11...
21, 24, 25.
25 damage. They're going to be 3 off lethal. And they're scaring their opponents to death. But I feel like if I'm Virginia, I just Force Nature Savage Roar, clean up the Alex, clean up the Armor Smith, and go face. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
That was a very bold Alexstrasza.
I mean, I guess you're not really worried about much. You have to sort of turn on. Just playing Shield Sim and armoring up that turn is really.
It's not very aggressive. It's not going to win immediately.
It's not anything. It's just, you know, passive. You're not developing anything. You sort of need to develop something at this point.
Well, we'll see what Virginia does, but I suspect 2 Trans will find Alexstrasza. Whoa, that's loud.
The Savage Roar just like increase in volume.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Now there's no more armor for Laval University, though. That's the big issue.
Well, they do have Shield Maiden.
Right. Like they're not.
And they did play Justicar Chuhart.
Yeah, but they're fairly low on health. I find compared to where they were, like they can kill the Lothab at the very least here.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Oh wow.
Yeah, easy mode.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, that looks like it's just pretty much going to lock up the game.
Yeah, it will absolutely lock up the game. And this is exactly what we're talking about with the Bash. The inclusion of Bash against Druid really makes the matchup, you know, we said it was in Druid's favor, but I want to say that without the ramp, oh, they did get ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the ramp, you don't really get anywhere as Druid against the Warriors nowadays.
Yikes. You just play it.
Yeah, I mean, Virginia's staying around for the sake of maybe getting some information about their opponent's deck, but there's going to be nothing original.
That's Hearthstone.
That's Hearthstone in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Oh, they will find fatigue with that Archer Drake.
Yeah.
Quite a good card.
I don't think there's anything they can even draw at this stage.
I concede.
And the concede comes out, and that means we're going to a game number 5.